Welcome, fellow cardboarders. Today I wanted to talk to you about this card here, Haunting Wind. I think it's an underrated enchantment, and let me tell you why. So, first of all, it's a 4-mana enchantment, and whenever an activated ability of an artifact is activated, that controller gets 1 damage. With all the treasure mechanics and all the mana rocks that are played these days, this card is certainly underplayed and could do some serious damage. Now, I don't only have this one copy here, I also have a binder with reserved list cards and a full page of Haunting Wind. Now, you might say, well, it's not full, so I actually do play a second copy in another of my decks. So these two have different colored sleeves. Play them in my decks and try them out. But I also have 3 more copies of Haunting Wind in my Antiquities set cube, which I am still building these days. Now they are certainly in several different conditions, so I have like on the top, at the top I have like really nicely excellent lightly played kind of card, which is like has like almost no nicks or dings, maybe here one, but like that's it. I marked it as being excellent condition and struggling to put it back into the sleeve. Now it's there. And I put like a little reminder so I don't have to check all of them whenever I want to find a really nice and crisp copy of this card. Also have like more of the middle of the line, kind of good condition in European market, meaning like lightly played MP kind of, so they have a little more like surface, little nicks and dings and chips, some whitening on the borders, but all in all they are like nice, still nice cards to play with. And yeah, so some MPs and like one maybe damaged even one. Let's see the last one maybe. That would be this one, which I marked as played. Let's see. Yeah, so this one has like quite some clouding on the surface and on the front as well. Some whitening as well. And here also. But yeah. So why would I collect those? Like on the one hand they're reserved list, and on the other I think they are only going to go up because of the reasons I named before, namely treasures being an ever increasingly prominent mechanic, which seems to be in every set nowadays. And yeah, punishing everyone playing those cards is quite a nice way if you're not playing those, so you don't always have to join them if you want to beat them, right? And being exposed to these kinds of cards is, meaning reserved list cards, is very important. If they go up, you want to have some, and being exposed, you want to be exposed to them so that you either don't have to buy any more if the card really turns out to be a very great card. And I can tell you I played several games now with those Haunting Wind, and always they had to be removed, and they did more damage to the opponents than to myself. Obviously you don't play them in a artifact heavy deck yourself, but rather like you have some mana stones, mana rocks, which you might not always have to tap, and your opponents are also set back. But if the treasure mechanic is played at the table, which is almost every round now these days, Haunting Wind will do a lot of damage or force your opponent to use one of their precious removals on Haunting Wind. Now, if we look at the American market, MTG Stocks has Haunting Wind at like $86 on average, and the market price being like $57. I also looked on TCG Player, and there's only one person listed as we speak for around 70 bucks. The European market still seems to be a little behind. You could still get some copies in decent condition for around like 30 to 40 euros. So if you don't have your copy yet and you're still looking for one, maybe you want to buy some from overseas, maybe you are in Europe and you do have a Cardmarket account. If you don't, consider creating one and using me as a referral. This would support the channel and would make it possible for me to buy more cards. And yeah, it's free to do. So let me know what you think about this card Haunting Wind. If you have some, if you need some, if you think there are better cards than this, let me know in the comments below. And until then, see you next time. Bye bye.